Okay, now we begin always in child's pose. So if you need your pillow for your forehead, you can bring it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to remember and try to do the modifications as if I had a big belly. So from kneeling down means wide apart. Then rest the forehead into the mat. Arms resting from you, palms facing down. And notice how the body arrived into the yoga mat, but the mind is probably still wondering what's gonna happen, what are we gonna do? You haven't even noticed that you need to breathe here. Just don't do anything special, just breathe, inhale and exhale, inflate, deflate. Ooh. Just like maybe instead of doing the, okay, inhale and then your body inhales and saying your mind exhale and then your body exhale, maybe be like, I'm gonna do yoga, I'm gonna do yoga, always I'm gonna be worried about is yoga. More over time, you're not gonna need that too much, right? But the point is kind of like if we're exaggerated, if we take it to that point, then it's kind of like that. Oh, well, let's introduce vibrational breath. We have our face hidden if we were in class from everyone else. Exhale all of your air out, empty, empty.
I didn't got that last thing. I couldn't hear you.
To do the vibrational breath, I usually cue it in child's pose because nobody's looking and people are shy. So in, exhale your air out, empty, empty. Inhale, long, rich, full. And exhale with HA. One more time. Inhale, fill up your lungs all the way up. And exhale with HM. And then slowly introduce movement. Rock your forehead side to side. And bring that movement all the way throughout your spine until you're wiggling your butt on top of your heels. And bring your arms so much forward in front of you that your elbows form and even wrists lift off the mat. So maybe it's only your fingertips on the mat. And you're reaching forward so you feel the side of the body stretching.
Okay.
And then plant your hands and lift your weight forward and up. So your butt is forward and up. We're gonna do puppy pose, so you maybe need to extend your arms again. And place your shin into the mat. And we're gonna get into the concept again of the flashlight pointing down towards from your pelvis. So now it's kind of jutting out the light outside and up. So your tailbone needs to be pointed up as much as you can.
Okay.
Or if the feeling, you can feel as if you're trying to place your belly in between your thighs. That's also another point of focus. Hey, babies. What's up? Oh, Reefer is volunteering for baby. My baby. Look at him. Look at him. You can raise up and look at Reefer where he's at.
Oh.
Okay, now you can get into your tabletop. If you need to get your knees. Oh, hi. Hey, baby. Get into your tabletop and right away go through some cat cows. So inhale for cow or arching your spine in a smile, and exhale for cat or rounding your spine like a bridge. Inhale cat, exhale cat. Go with your own breath, your own movement. And introduce the side to side if you want. And all this time, notice the flashlight out of your pelvis. Like that energy jutting out with your rotating pelvis.
Mhm.
The idea is to like over feel like what your pelvis is doing in this rotation. So
Okay.
yeah. All right. Mira, pero. All right, and now we're gonna do sideway cat cows. So we did this circle one. Now we're just gonna break down the movement again by just the side. So
Okay.
inhale, you're in center. Exhale, you're looking to the side. So now the movement is just in one plane, which is side to side. Inhale, center, and exhale left. Inhale, center, exhale right. So you're opening one side of the body and the other, remember, not
Uh-huh.
to feel it crunching. And on an exhale of yours, exhale, you're in one side, inhale back to center, crown of the head pointing forward, the tailbone pointing back. You try to be as parallel to the floor as possible, or at least feel that.
Yeah. Align. He's
Okay,
making the pose.
yeah. Okay?
He's making the pose 0.
Oh yeah. And then inhale, lift your right leg up. So looking for length. So point with your heel rather than going or up. Point with your heel back. Exhale, find stability. Hips stay square to the floor. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Spinal balancing. And we hold for 3 cycles of breath. And I'm gonna count this time. So 3, 2, 1, and knee and hand back on the mat. Shake it off if you need to. Like cat cow. And the next inhale is the opposite leg, so it's the left leg up. And take a moment to find the length. You gotta feel like your leg is growing towards the back.
Okay.
Yeah, exhale, make sure your pelvis is, your left hip is down, not trying to come up, down.
Okay.
And inhale the right arm up. And we hold for 3 breaths. 2, 1, and knee and hand back down in the mat. Shake it off if you need to. Okay, like doing it sideways this time. And then place your left hand on the center of the mat and the left knee on the center of the mat. And inhale, lift your arm. How it will be easier. Sometimes, yeah, lift your leg up again, your right one.
Okay.
Yeah, so now this time you're stacking hips on top of each other and inhale the right arm up. And just real quickly, 3, 2, 1, and down. Shake it off. And then right hand and right knee on the center. I'm gonna stay on this side, so I'm gonna look backward. So inhale, the left leg up, and this time stack your hips on top of each other. And the next inhale is the left arm up. And 3, 2, 1, and back down into tabletop. Shake it off.
Yeah.
If you want to do quad rockers, that's kind of from child's pose all the way to kneeling plank, or puppy pose, from puppy pose to kneeling plank. And then just place your feet behind your hands, or forward fold. I'm like, how do I skip the bodies? Find your feet up hip width distance. I've been teaching that in all my classes, but you have your feet as separated as you need to for your belly. Remember, you have no space in your belly and your thighs.
As you can see, I need that space.
Yeah. All right, and let everything hang heavy, neck relax, shake your head yes, shake your head no. Oops, microphone. And then inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, and turn to the side of the mat.
Okay.
So that we're gonna go from one side to the other sideways. So inhale, one vertebra at a time, come into mountain pose, and you can close your feet together once you're up. Interlace your hands on top and your index fingers pointing up. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, go towards the outside of your mat. So this is standing crescent moon. One more inhale here, exhale back to center, lower your arms. Fix your clothes if you need to. And then inhale your right leg, the leg, I can't tell what side you're on and I don't wanna. The leg that is inside of the mat.
Right.
Right. Lift it off and then extend into star pose. And point your toes outside. Your knees are bending already, and then lower yourself for goddess pose. Inhale here, lower if you can more. And exhale back into star pose. You can put your toes in normal front position now. Yeah, and move back, mountain pose. Interlace your hands, index fingers pointing up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, shift towards the outside of the mat, and your hips move in space to the opposite side, so you have a nice center of gravity. One more inhale here. Exhale back to center. Lower your arms and breathe. And now we're gonna do it on the other side.
Okay.
Modify moon salutation. Inhale, arms up, interlace your fingers and index points up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, still to the outside of the mat. Outside, are you outside of the mat?
No, pero ya ese lado yo lo hice. I meant that.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do it on the other side, right? So to the outside of the mat, yeah, it's kind of a cycle, right?
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, yeah. So exhale back to center, lower your arms, inhale for your leg that is on the inside of the mat, and exhale, star pose. And point your toes outside, your knees are already bending. This is not like you gotta have your toes super outside just until you're comfortable here. But when you bend down into goddess pose, make sure that you are trying to get your knees out as much as you can. And maybe you're pulling your hip inside in space so that you feel the opening here. And then the full expression, goddess pose. Inhale to sit low. Exhale to come back up into star pose. We can point the toes normally and come back into the other side, mountain pose. Inhale, hands interlace up, and exhale to the outside of the mat. See how we did the other side?
Okay.
Yeah. And then exhale back to center. Lower your arms and turn around as the same side we came into the top of the mat. Ay, Dios mío. Fold forward. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Inhale for a half lift. Tabletop spine, so the crown of the head forward, tailbone back. Exhale, release. And plant your palms and step your knees down back into tabletop. And refer, you are in my notes. Oh my God, you're too cute.
Oh.
Okay. I think I'm in the center. Inhale the right leg up and exhale, step it through. I think for you behind your right hand. And curl your back toes under, lift the knee. And inhale, arms up for high crescent lunge. And this is a balancing pose, but I wanted to focus that the hips are right now square to the short edge of the mat. They're facing forward. Actually, because of the next pose, I'm gonna turn this side, but I'm still in my right leg, lunge. All right, so just find your stance, make sure your back leg is strong and your knee is right on top of your ankle. You can see your toe, and then just use your core and focus on that pelvis. If you need to think left hip forward, right hip back, think about that. And when we inhale, look up or reach back if it's allowed. And exhale, peel open. Your heel now wants to come down. Now your hips open, now square to the long edge of the mat. If you need to feel that better, bend both legs, adjust your hip towards the long edge, strengthen the back leg, and then your knee, front knee, push it out.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a half goddess sensation. Although both are opening at different levels. So now the pelvis is in a different position and we were square to the front and now we're square to the side. Arms are reaching each side and gaze is soft in the middle finger of your right hand. Inhale to sit lower in the lunge and exhale, cartwheel your hand down back into tabletop. And we're gonna do the other side. Let me turn around.
Okay.
So inhale the left leg up and exhale, step it behind your left leg. And curl your back toes under, lift the back leg. And inhale, high crescent lunge. And find your stance. More importantly, find your pelvis. The class of today is about like pelvis direction. So feel it. Flexion, extension. Feel the extension of your back leg and how it needs to act to keep the pelvis straight forward. Inhale to look up. Exhale to now peel open into warrior two. Okay, I need to adjust my stance because I was doing like kind of like a separated leg, but I like having it in the middle of the mat. And now notice, focus the, hey baby, I'm teaching. Focus on the pelvis, how it moved from one side to the other. It maybe it landed correctly on the get-go. Maybe you need the adjustments, or maybe,
Yes.
yeah. For me, also notice the asymmetries. For me, this side landed perfectly.
Really?
Yes, I didn't need the adjustment. Oh, this is open. I feel it open. You should feel like this, kind of like a book opening here. Reach each arm. Don't let go of the arms. It's very important part of the pose. Although even if we're focusing on the pelvis, just do the whole pose. Inhale to sit lower on the lunge, and exhale to cartwheel your hands down and step your back. Yeah, your foot back. Sorry. Into tabletop. Let it go if you need to. One more inhale for the right leg up, and exhale to step it through in between, not behind your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's
Huh?
For me, it's kind of outside my hand.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and now
You'll be done by 10:30 and work.
lift your back leg, but place the heel down. Or maybe you need a little step.
Right.
Make sure your back foot is pointing forward, but in like a 45-degree angle forward only.
Okay.
And then inhale, only like a little bit, separate your torso from the thigh, and arms by your sides, palms facing down for power lunge. And in here, you're using the core to keep you in that 45-degree angle from leg to crown of the head. So I guess you're using Kalo to keep you here. Okay, one more inhale, sweep your arms up, and you keep you going with your torso for warrior one. And now we don't have to focus on the balance. Really focus on like really getting those hips square. So that's why I position your foot at 45-degree angle. That will help you with the thighs. I do this till this day. I think right hip back, left hip forward. And you should feel the pelvis trying to be square with the short edge of the mat.
Okay.
It feels kind of locked in, kind of like it locks into place. Like there's no more, like from here you can keep going. It's kind of unnatural.
Okay.
Inhale, look up or reach back if you can, and exhale, take a little step from your back foot to open into warrior two, because you need to place your back foot now parallel with the short edge of the mat.
Okay. Let me go the other side. Okay.
And I just place, I usually like to transition from warrior two from high percent lunge because the heel pivoting is easier. But I thought it was interesting to notice the differences of the hip opening from the two poses.
Okay.
So we've been in warrior two. Okay, yes. And we've been in power lunge, which was the airplane pose. And now we're just gonna inhale, shift the upper body forward, maybe land your forearm into your thigh, and your left arm gonna go all the way forward. Your palm will be facing down, your bicep by your ear, extend the side angle. So we felt the diagonal line with the hips facing forward when we are feeling the diagonal line with the hips open to the side. And one more inhale here, reach And exhale back into warrior two. And then place your hands down. And I'm going to turn around for the other side. So we're back into tabletop. That was our right side, right?
Yeah, that was, yeah, the right.
Okay, well, inhale the left leg up and exhale, step it in behind your hand. And lift your back leg, but place the heel down with a stance as short or wide as you need it. Short feet together or wide regarding the long edge of the mat. As long and wide as you need it, okay?
Okay.
So maybe even before you lift up, prepare the hips so that they're forward. And then inhale just a little bit off the mat. Palms by your side facing down for power one. And the idea is to look like a diagonal line here. And our hips are square to the front. One more inhale and step your arms up all the way into warrior one. And this is a good place to like not be so awkward. Like power lunges, more of a core posture, but I thought it was interesting to pair with the extended side angle and the pelvis. So feel your pelvis really squaring in here. It's much more easier. And inhale, look up, and exhale, step open into warrior two. And we've been here. You just need to adjust your clothing if you need to and your stance. And inhale, your upper body goes forward and rest your form into the thigh. Don't collapse your weight here. So if you have space between your shoulder and ear, that's good. Your right arm is all the way forward, palm facing down, bicep by your ear. So you need to go a little bit, yeah, like that. Extend the side angle. And now there's, same direction of the diagonal lines, different pelvis positions. One more inhale and exhale, open up into warrior two. Inhale, lowering your lunge and exhale, place your hands down and back into tabletop. Flush it out with cat cows or side cat cow or your stripper dance. Our vibrational breath. Okay, and we're gonna go into forward fold but in the long edge of the mat. And we're gonna go into the white one. Have your ball ready. We're gonna do exactly the same sequence we did last week with the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, so but for now we're in wide angle forward fold. Allow yourself to hang heavy. You don't need to reach your ankles if you're in the middle of your feet, that's fine. You don't have to have your
Wait a minute. Okay.
you don't have to have your legs straight. Knees bent is fine. Just feel like your pelvis going forward with wide angle. So yeah, your flashlight is directly behind you.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like a wide range of light because of the wide angle of the legs.
Exactly.
Okay. And my goodness, stop, wind, stop. And inhale, raise up. And then on your exhale, over. We're kind of like in goddess pose, as if we're not pointing our toes out. We're just gonna do side lunges from where it's comfortable.
Okay.
Here. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Forward fold. There we go. Heavy. And then one more inhale and go all the way up and shorten your stance if you need to. And now place your ball underneath you so that you can kind of sit standing on it for hip rotations. Yeah.
Okay.
And then just start big. I move that ball as much as you can. So you're using your pelvis to cover as much ground in that ball. Like the ball is the soup and you have the spoon right there. And little by little, you're using less parts of your body, maybe less legs, maybe less shoulders. And the circle starts to get smaller and smaller until there's no more. And then we go on the other side. So I am going counterclockwise now. As big as you can, steer that soup with your pelvis. Again, little by little, you make the circle smaller. You're gonna be needing less and less until it's all in your hips and it's all your pelvis pointing at different places. Oh, no, there's no more movement. Okay, and now we're gonna do the wall squat, right? So find your wall, nearest wall so that you can put the ball in between the wall and your back.
Okay. Yeah, let me change the
Okay.
camera
Yeah.
as well. I think. Let me move.
Baby. River. 0.
Where did I go?
I think they're inside. They're tired. Okay. So you got your ball maybe more in the space of the lower back, right? Because we're starting in standing. Have your feet as much apart as you need them, but their toes are pointing forward. And then you're gonna roll the ball along your back, so the ball will gonna move up as you go down. Inhale on your way up and exhale on your way down. And try to have your feet as much as forward. I know you're in a wall, so that when you bend down, your knees are not so forward, that they are like not as on top of the ankle.
90 degrees?
Mm-hmm. So let's count. So maybe that's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. You can let go of the ball of the wall. And now we'll try for a deep squat. So you can try right there. It's just for like 3 seconds. So inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale. to this squat. If you need your pillow underneath you, if you need to touch the floor before you go deep into the squat, that's fine. But when you're there, make sure that you're keeping your spine up, and then just 1, 2, 3, and let go. Just come back up into wide angle. If you want, find your mat again right now.
Okay.
Find your mat, and we're back into tabletop. And then we're just gonna lay down sideways. So honestly, whatever side first.
Oh, okay.
Because the video and I usually confuse left and right. So both of us, the head on this side of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lay down sideways and our legs are kind of like a 45-degree angle. Stop doing this. And we're just gonna do 10 clamshells. So that is inhale, you raise your knee and your feet stay together.
Okay.
Exhale down. Inhale, lift knee. Exhale, place them together. And that's probably 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna do the reverse clamshells. I don't know how you call that, but you're gonna lift the knee and foot. So try to have the ankle and knee like parallel to the floor. And then, yeah, so inhale, bring the knee together and your foot stays hopefully in the same position, floating up.
Yeah.
So inhale, knee down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. That's like around 7, I think.
Yes.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax your
Burn.
leg. And something that helped me in that exercise was looking at the leg because I was failing at keeping the foot in place. Now we go to the other side. Now both our heads are in this side of the camera. Yeah, I need to adapt the language because the right or wrong is too confusing. Right or left is too confusing in front of the camera. Okay.
Yeah. It could be this side and the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, the other side, the one you didn't do, that one.
The opposite side.
Uh-huh. Okay, and actually put your hands in your hips so that you can feel your hip crease.
Okay.
For the exercise, and then it's clamshell. So inhale, lift the knee and keep the feet together. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we'll lift the leg. So try to get the knee and ankle in the same level. And then inhale, knee down. Exhale, knee up. Inhale for down. Exhale for up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And actually keep your foot strong. So like flex your toes, like kind of point with your heels so that you have a stronger foot and it stays.
Oh, yeah, make a difference.
Yeah. So I think this is 4, 3, 2, And 1.
Oh gosh.
Relax. That was harder, huh? Okay. And then we get up into easy pose. And you place a pillow underneath you. So that you give yourself room for your belly for these usual stretches.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna start in one wide angle stretch. I like to start with my legs bent so I can find my neutral spine. So inhale, I lengthen. And maybe in my exhale, I straighten the legs and keep them strong. It's valid to use the clothing.
Okay.
And inhale, lengthen, and exhale, you just go a little bit forward. That's it. All you need to feel is your hip crease closing in with space. You're like getting less space to it. Like, no, you don't get space. So in every inhale, you kind of like gotta lengthen through the spine. You find space that you maybe didn't know you had. And exhale, you see if there's more forward that you can go. It's all about discovering where to go rather than pushing.
Okay.
Mhm. So you should feel a nice stretch of this stretch is more of like creating less space for your hip crease. One more inhale and exhale like a ragdoll. Come back to neutral spine and then bend your legs and touch sole and sole of feet. And you can grab your ankles or your feet. I'm gonna make as if I have a belly, so maybe I need my feet a little up, so maybe I'm grabbing my ankles rather than the feet. Yeah, because that makes me round my spine. So inhale, straighten the spine, create space in each vertebrae, and exhale, go a little bit forward. And the hip crease feel almost the same, except now you get added that external rotation. So you feel also like in the outer edge of your thighs, you feel also a nice stretch, even if less so. And with every inhale, you lengthen, and every exhale, you find a little bit of more bend forward if there is. And one more inhale here and exhale. Get your spine back into neutral. And we're just going to lay down into fetal position. I didn't skip anything.
That was relaxing.
Yeah. And remember, you can put your pillow underneath calendar and use your bottom arm as a pillow for your head. And can you still hear me? Okay, so we reached the end of class. And we look back into the class or the movement we were able to do. We maybe take notice how we felt before class and how we feel after class. For me as a teacher, I always feel like a dread, like, oh my God, I gotta start talking a lot. But then I feel, that wasn't that hard. I did it okay. I didn't mess up. So as a student, you can look back and like See, maybe these poses are familiar to you, but it's always work, right? To be in the poses and look back that you did it, you didn't give up, to pat yourself on the back. And take a moment to deactivate everything. So with your breath, notice anything that is still holding tension. Maybe it's your legs. Feel kind of still doing some workout over there. Or should be doing nothing. Okay, so exhale, let it go. Maybe it's in your core or in your back muscles. Inhale, maybe accelerating if it helps you, and exhale, disengage the muscle. Maybe the last hidden tension is on your face. Inhale to maybe front up all your face, like really scrunch it up, and then exhale, let it go. Nothing else working here. So now enjoy the bliss of doing nothing for a little bit. Slowly introduce a little bit of movement, maybe wiggle your back. And before the sun roasts you, use your free hand to lift yourself up into seated position. And that was class.